Let's begin the session now. So welcome all. Good evening. How are you all? Let me know through the comment section. You can comment in the chat box or you can unmute and let me know. How are you all? Okay. Okay, fine. Shweta is fine. Okay. I hope my voice is clearly audible. Clearly. There is no any lag between it. Yes or no? Yeah. Thanks for the confirmation. So please let me know how many of you attended all the sessions of Java and you are done all the questions properly with me. How many of you are done properly all the videos as well as lecture? Okay, Shweta. Anyone more from you? Okay, those who are not attended previous session, please go through the YouTube videos. Okay, there are some questions in the description as well, which will be going to help you. Okay, so the students who are in there in the meet, please let your friends know about it that we have started the meet. We are live now, and we are going to discuss some important concept today as well. Okay, okay. Let me share my screen now so we can begin. So let me open the folder. So today is our lecture 6. Let me create a folder for it properly. Lecture 6. Okay, what we have learned in today's session. Sorry, Sonia, are you want to know what we are going to learn in today's session in this way? Yeah, Sonia. Yes. So today in this today's session, we will going to basically learn how to take an input in the Java and as well as overflow and underflow conditions. So what is overflow and underflow in the Java? Okay. So this is the important concept. You should all know about it. Overflow and underflow. So is it clear? Okay. So please pay your attention properly. Okay. Those students have joined the meet. Please pay your attention properly. And any one of your friend has not joined, please inform me quickly, okay? So I can proceed. From where you can access the earlier lecture. Okay. So for that, Abhishek, let me open in front of yourself. So go on your YouTube. After YouTube, when you went on YouTube, just search for code. Yeah. After searching for the code, yeah, here you will get our channel. Click on it, and you can see the playlist. In playlist section, you can see the Java programming fundamentals, and all videos are present here itself. And if you want to access the notes, all things in here description itself, there is a Google Drive link. Okay, here is a Google Drive link. You can access all the things, material notes in this thing. Okay, you can see all the lectures are present in a proper format. Is it clear? Okay, for other students, please note it. Okay, fine. So now let me begin with today's lecture. So let me open my now ID. So generally I am coding all the things in the VS Code itself. Okay. So those who are new today, they will come to know how I am basically coding. Let me close all the tabs which are open above for better. Okay. So in previously session, we have seen lot many examples, coding examples we have seen, where we solve almost 7 to 8 examples. But today, as I mentioned, one lecture will be for theory and one lecture will be for coding. So today we will be discuss some important points. So let me write. Okay, already I have written lecture 6. No worries. So these were the things we means we discussed in the previous session. So these were the questions we have discussed. Those who were not there, please practice it. Please practice it. A very important session, last session. Okay. So yeah, in today's session, first we will begin with the overflow as well as your underflow. in Java. We will see these both things today. A very important question as per your interview as well. Please focus here now. Let me zoom it. Yeah. Is my screen visible to all properly? Anyone please let me know about it. Anyone?
Yes.
Okay. So let's begin. So overflow and your underflow in Java. So pay attention here. What things I will be explaining today about the overflow and underflow. So what is overflow? By the name itself, you can see overflow. Okay. So overflow means in Java, overflow happens in a Java. When it happens, the overflow. Okay. The basic condition for overflow is that when you assign a value to any variable that is more than its range. So we have learned the concept of range, and where we saw different things like integer have some type of range, float have some type of range, byte has range. Okay. So in that manner, so for that basic good understanding, let me open my one folder for you. At the side, I will be referring that thing to you. Okay, that was the data types. Yeah, this one. So we have learned the data types. You can see the all things here mentioned properly. What is the basic size of this int 32-bit, long 64-bit. So to avoid your overflow as well as underflow, what things we need to do? So let me write some points, important points for you, so you can remember in a proper manner. What is overflow? So overflow, when it overflow is occurs. So overflow occurs when a variable, when a variable, when a variable value exceeds, okay, its maximum, its maximum range. Simple thing, the name itself tells that overflow means something is overflowing. The beyond the range, something is going beyond the range. Okay. So in Java, no error is thrown. Instead, the value, whatever value is, instead the value wraps around. So in Java, basically what happens, it doesn't throw the error. Instead of that, it what does it do? It wraps the value. For that, there are some incrementing as well as one thing we use in Java. Let me write it in front of you. That is your, for instance, please note this point properly. There we use, that is your integer dot max value, integer dot max value by 1. Okay. So result will be results in your results in, it will be showing that that is will be integer dot mean value, mean value. Okay. So this is the concept what we use for the overflow. Okay. For the case of overflow, what we need to use, we use the integer dot mean value. The reason is, if we don't know what will be going to happen, what the condition will be going to work, so for that case we use this concept. Okay. Remember this thing. And same in case of your underflow. What happens in the underflow? So in underflow, generally, see the underflow. Okay. In underflow, what happens? Underflow happens when a variable, when a variable, when a variable, let me write in proper way, when a variable's value goes below its below its minimum range. Okay. So whenever the underflow happens, it means that your variable's value goes below its minimum range. So here you can see in the data type itself, there is a range provided. This is your minimum range and this is your maximum range. You can see here. If this range goes below it, so the underflow occurs. If it overflow, then overflow occurs. Simple thing, easy to understand. So that thing we called here as a overflow as a underflow. So listen now. In Java, same thing I am writing that above written, but the thing I am changing here is that in Java, decrementing. Okay, underflow, decrementing, decrementing. That is your integer dot mean. Let me copy this integer dot mean value by one results in your integer max value. Okay, and again the same thing happens, that is here again, no error is thrown. No error is thrown. In your terminal, you will be not getting an error. So for this, we will be taking an example and I will be explaining you through the example. But let me know, have you understand the basic idea behind overflow as well as underflow? Yes or no? Have you understand what is overflow and underflow? What does it mean? Yeah? Anyone? Let me know. Have you understand what is overflow and underflow in simple way? You can give thumbs up so I
आता
can. बोल.
एकदा शॉर्टमध्ये एक्सप्लेन करून दे ना.
Okay, okay. So I will be explaining it again short. Okay, listen properly. So overflow. When your overflow occurs, when a variable value exceeds its maximum range. So you can see in the variable value. Suppose I have declared int as my variable, and you can see its maximum value is this. Suppose this value is exceed means त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त व्हॅल्यू गेली तर तुम्हाला एरर भेटणार, सॉरी तुम्हाला एरर नाही भेटणार, तुम्हाला जी कंडिशन तुमची ऑफर होणार त्याला म्हणता ओव्हरफ्लो, वी कॉल्ड इट एज ओव्हरफ्लो. अगेन रिपीटिंग सेम थिंग. So for that we use this integer dot max value. We use this integer dot max value, and here something is written for you. Integer dot max value by one result in integer dot mean value. तर याचा एक concept आहे. There is a one concept how we use in this code. Okay. For that you need to see this with the help of example. It will be more understandable. And the reverse is your underflow. Underflow means this value. This value underflow means you are going below it. So here itself it is written happens when a variable values goes below its minimum range. Okay, so remember one thing, this is particular your range. This is your range. Whenever you are declaring a variable, we should be declare variable in this range. If it is going to be exceed, then overflow. If it is going to be if it is going to be will be going to be happen in a minimum case, then it will be going to be underflow. I hope now it's clear. Yes or no?
येस.
Okay. So you can remember in one more, I can write in a simple way, one more simple way for you. So you can remember in this way. Suppose basic condition for overflow, simple example, overflow occurs when incrementing the maximum, suppose int value, okay, int value, so it will be resulting in a wrap means something we are going to wrap here, wrap around wrap around to the minimum value म्हणजे त्याची जवळची व्हॅल्यू आपण घेऊ असं समजून घ्या सिंपल भाषेत. ठीक आहे. अँड अंडरफ्लो, इन केस ऑफ युअर underflow occurs when decrementing the result, decrementing the minimum, same thing vice versa. Okay, decrementing the minimum int value. I'm taking example of int. Those who are not understanding up till now, we will see in example. In example, it will be more clear to you. Okay, but reason of writing this thing in interview may ask, interview just interviewer can ask you. Okay, this thing resulting in a wrap wrap around to the maximum value, to the maximum value, to the maximum value. तर एकदा परत तुम्हाला एकदा सिंपल भाषेत सांगतो मी, कुठे wrap around इकडं. हा, तर तुमचा जेव्हा ओव्हरफ्लो ऑकर झाला ना, तर यू कॅन सी हिअर व्हॉट वी हॅव रिटन. द थिंग वी हॅव रिटन हिअर इज दॅट वी आर wrapping to its minimum value. इट इज ओव्हरफ्लोइंग म्हणजे ती व्हॅल्यू ओव्हरफ्लो होत असेल तर त्याची जवळची जी मिनिमम व्हॅल्यू असेल ना ते आपण कन्सिडर करू, तिकडे आपण त्याला व्रॅप करू. बट ते अंडरफ्लो होत असेल, अंडरफ्लो म्हणजे कमी, तर त्याची जी जवळची मॅक्झिमम व्हॅल्यू असेल ना तेव्हा तिकडे आपण त्याला व्रॅप करू म्हणजे त्याच्या जवळ आणू. आता कळलं सिंपल भाषेत? येस ऑर नो? येस ऑर नो?
येस. Yes.
What about others? A very important thing it is overflow and underflow. So let me take you through the example. It will be more clear to you now. Okay. Let me take an example for it. Let me create overflow example. Overflow example. Renaming it dot Java. Okay. So let me write here telling. Let me rename. Okay. Overflow example. Okay. So my class should name should be public class overflow example will be my class name, same as my file name. Then writing public static void main string args. In that I will be writing the code now for. Let's check how the overflow happens. So overflow int. Let me declare the name as self overflow. In this I will be taking example. So overflow. The overflow how I will be writing. So let me go to the data types. What is this for int? 214748364. Let me copy this and come here and let me paste it. Let me write step. Okay. So exactly it is not 242. It is here 7. Okay. Let me make a correction here again. It is a 7. Okay. Here is 7. Let me save it here. Okay. This is your value for int overflow. So how can I check it is overflow? So let me write here system dot out dot println overflow, and here for that let me write here overflow plus 1. So here I will be getting a value something for you. Okay, let's check that value. Let's check that value. What value I will be getting? Very important code in front of you. Underflow. For underflow, I will be writing same thing, same number, but the sign will be here negative, and in the case of negative, we write here 8. Okay, considering this zero thing, and let me name it as underflow. Very good. Then let me print this thing here again. So for underflow, I will be writing here underflow minus 1, underflow minus 1. So here I will be naming it as underflow. Okay, good. So any guesses from your side? What will be the output? What will be the output? Any guess from your side? Please provide me the your output in the comment section. What will be the output? What do you think? What will be the output here? See, simple minus plus 1 is going on. What do you think? Anyone? No? Let me run it. See the output. See the output. You might think the output should be plus 1 means here should be there 8, but here you can see the output itself, the negative output we got, the negative value we got, and here we got output positive. That is your after doing the minus 1, I got output in this fashion. So the reason here comes your overflow and underflow. Why this thing is happening? Again repeating the same thing. Why this thing is happening here? See the reason. For that reason we use this concept, that is a integer dot mean value and integer dot max value. For underflow we go with integer dot mean value, and for overflow we goes with integer dot max value. Is it clear everyone? Hope you understand this question, a very good question, overflow and underflow. because when we add the number in it, because we are going out of our range, we will going to be get a negative value. You can see the in the case of overflow, and in the case of underflow, when we are minusing and our range is at last, you can see there is a 8, but we are going in the positive. This is the concept of an overflow as well as underflow. I hope I have taken a lot many time to explain this concept, and is it clear to all? Okay, so yeah, let me move further. If you if you want to take this code, where is this code? Please go to this code. Please read this all thing properly. What I have done basically. Let me run it and copy this output for you. I'm copying this output and pasting it here. In reference, as a reference, you can refer it. See, commenting it. Take 1 minute and please go through this whole code. Okay. Okay. Have you gone through it all? Can I move further?
Yes.
Okay. So let's move further. So now we will going to see how to take input in Java. Okay. So let me write name as input dot java. Okay. So here we will be going to see input. Now we can take a input in Java. Input in Java. So why we take a input? Can anyone let me know why we take input? What is the reason of taking input? Yes, anyone? Anyone?
for showing the output or means we can say according to user choice.
Okay, very good. So basically input in Java means in every programming language, if you want to make a code user friendly, means user can interact with it, user can enter some value. So that's the reason we use the input. In every programming language we take an input, but there are some different syntax for everything. Okay, so let's learn about the input thing. So in Java you can take input from the user using the, so you have to use something here, and that thing is your scanner. Okay, so scanner is a class. Remember this thing, scanner is a class. So if you want in a proper manner, I will write in that way. In Java, you can take input from the user using the scanner class. Okay, using the scanner class. So basically, it is which is part of. It is a part of this part of the the package. The package name is your Java dot util. Okay, remember this very important thing. The scanner class is a part of java.util, and that is your package. Students don't know what is java.util. They simply import it, but they don't know what is java.util. So remember this thing, java.util is your package. Okay, very simple thing I have written in front of you. So there are two methods basically for taking an input. That is, first you are using scanner class, and second and is you are with using, that is your buffer reader buffer reader class. Okay, if someone asks you what are the ways to take an input in Java. You can say using a scanner class as well as your buffer reader class. Okay, so let go with the scanner class. Okay, as a beginner, as a mainly the scanner class is used. So with the help of example, we can understand it more better. So let me write here public class public class input. In that, before writing this, I need to import something. I need to import something, and that is your import java dot util dot scanner. If you want to take a input from a user, you need to import this class. Okay, up to this point, it is clear how to you need to import this thing. If you want to take an input from a user, you need to import this package. That is your import java.util.scanner. Hope this point is clear. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So moving further. So now let's see. Simple thing. After that, what we do, we're writing our main method. In that, let me create object. That is your creating creating a scanner object to read input. So basically we need to create the object for a scanner, creating a scanner object to read input. So how we can do it? See, a very simple thing. First write scanner. After writing scanner, you can name anything. For basically generally we write SCN. Okay. I am for if you want to write SC, you can write SC, but I have a habit of writing SCN, so I'm writing SCN. Scanner SCN new scanner SCN new, then scanner, and in that you need to write system dot in. So this is the way of creating a object. Okay, system spelling got wrong. System dot in. Okay, so this is the way. So in further code, we will be using this object. Remember this thing, this SCN. In further, whenever I want to take an input, I will be using this SCN. Okay, how I will be using this? Let's see. So this, remember this thing. If you want to create a scanner object to read input, first you need to create import a java.util.scanner, that is your package. After that you need to create an object. Then further here prompting, let me write a proper way prompting the user, means user will be going to provide input, so we can write as a prompt means we are providing something. So let me write in a proper way something like proper line for it, something like enter enter something. I'm basically telling user to enter something, so you can enter anything whatever the user wants. Taking a simple example. Okay, so after writing this, let me write. Now we want to read what the user have entered. So for reading that purpose, reading input from the user. With the help of comment, I am explaining you one by one, line by line, whole code. Suppose string user input string user input equal to your SCN. See how I am using this SCN. SCN dot next line. Next line. So you may wonder what is next line. So next line reads the entire line of input provided by the user. If you using the next line, it means that whatever thing you will be providing, it will be reading the entire line. Okay, simple thing. Next line, and for displaying, I want to display the result. So for that purpose, I will be writing here. Let me write displaying the input. Displaying the input in. I'm going to print here. Okay. System.out.println. Here I will write entered you entered whatever you entered, and that will be your user input. Okay. Okay, So let me save it. Now let me save it and let me run it. Enter something. My name is here. You enter my name is here. So you can see it is basically taking input properly, and whatever I want as a result, the result is printed. The result is printed. Okay. So is it clear to how to take an input with the help of this scanner class and how to input a scanner package? Yes, everyone. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Harsh has cleared the concept. What about others? Shweta, Aneri, Ashwini, Shweta. Okay, Shweta.
Yes.
Okay. So listen one thing. Whatever I am explaining, I am trying to explain you through the comments because it will make things easier to you. Okay. Remember one thing. And whenever you are doing the coding, please write the comment. Please write the comment. Okay. Yeah. So if you want one more explanation for this, let me explain you again. Means it will be fitted. It should be fit in your mind. So listen. So first thing what we have done, we created a scanner object. Where is the scanner object? This is SCN. This is my object. Okay. Remember this thing. And I have named it as SCN. And after that, to read input from the standard input stream. If you want to read the input, you need to write this thing. That is your system.in. If you want to read input from the user, you need to write this input stream, that is your system.in. This is your standard input stream. Remember this. See, whenever I hover in this, like, whenever I go this, you can see here something is written. Input stream in the standard input stream. This stream is already open and ready to supply input data. Typically, the stream corresponds to keyboard input or another input score. So you can see the benefit of a VS Code. Whenever I am hovering over anything, it is providing the whole thing in detailed manner. Okay, see, a very proper way. So I can go here also. I think it is okay. No, not providing. Okay, so in this way, the VS Code is providing all the things properly to us. For next line, you can see I need to select this thing. So I am selecting. You can see the information it will be providing me. The whole information. You can see why this thing is used. Okay. So further we have done what? We have just simply taken a prompt from the user. After that, I explain you the concept of a next line. The next line reads the entire line. Again repeating, reads the entire line. And after that, we have simply displayed the things. Okay. So let me take a good again a different example so you will understanding in a more proper manner. Okay. So now let me write here. So next line for your string. Remember simple thing. Next line for your string. But now for you, what the thing is for your int. How to take a int input. Okay. Now let's see that part. So let me comment this thing. Commenting this part. Going downwards. So now how to take int input. This is the question now in front of us. Let me name it as first string input. Okay, see here now. For now taking now taking int input, simple thing. What I would tell first, what is our first step first? Can anyone let me know what is our first step? Anyone? What is our first step for taking an input? What the thing we need to write first?
Create object.
Very good. Creating an object. Creating an object of scanner class. Scanner class. So in Java, the concept of class and object is very means interesting part. If you are enjoying this thing, means you will be going to do lot many things in Java properly. Okay. Let me write scanner SCN. You can name anything. Okay. Generally, some people write SC. Generally, some write SCN. Let me take SC. If you have confusion, let me write SC. Okay. New scanner and your system dot system dot in semicolon. You need practice for this thing, okay? You should work on almost 10 to 15 example of taking input, then you will be perfect in this thing. So let me write integer read integer value. Now I want to read an integer value from the from the from the user. Okay, now let's see. So first, good practice is to write your proper way, that is your enter first number. So user will be understanding what the thing you want from it. Okay, enter first number. So I will be writing here int num1 equal to, focus here what I'm thinking, I'm writing sc dot next. I'm not writing this time next line because next line is of a string. So for integer here you need to write next int and semicolon. Same thing will be followed for the, suppose I want to make a program for addition purpose. So I will be taking two numbers. Okay, so let me copy this thing, pasting here, changing it to num2, and here I will be writing second number. Okay, other things fine. So you are seeing here something x is written. X is written in my program. X is written. Please ignore that x because I have extension for the Java. With the help of that extension, it is automatically coming x. Okay, no need to think about that x. Okay, please ignore that part for now. So now adding two values. You have taken adding two values. You have basically taken input from the user. Two values you have taken. So let me write int sum equal to your num1 plus num2 semicolon. And now I will be going to printing the sum. Let me print the sum. So sys out shortcut is, this is a shortcut basically. Sum is plus sum. Sorry. Sum. Let me save this program and run it. See the result is what we are getting. So it will ask for enter first number. Let me enter 80. Enter second number 20. The sum is 100. So congratulations to all of you. You can see we have made a proper program with the help of a scanner, taking the input using the scanner class properly. So everyone, is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? Okay, Shweta understand. Harsh also understand. What about Ashwini, Aneri and Shweta? Okay, good, good, good. So this was a very good example of a scanner. In this way, we can see more example of a scanner. Okay, today how to take an input in the Java. So let's see next example now. Okay. So now we can take an example of, suppose, as you understand how to take an integer input, let me comment this part. So we can see now double. Okay. So for better understanding, now we can see the double, and we will, in this program, what will we do in this third example? We will make it something a good example. So for consider, we can, what we do, we can take a take input for floating point. Okay, our task will be take input for the floating point numbers and calculate their sorry for the spelling, calculate their average. Okay, we will be taking some numbers from the user and we will performing and we will be taking average of it. Okay, so see how I am going to write it. So now I don't think I need to write a comment again and again. So simple, I will be writing in front of you in the speed. See, I'm writing it quickly. scanner sc is equal to new scanner system dot in. After that, semicolon. The next step will be, now from here I will be prompting the user. I will be prompting the user. I will tell to user what I will going to tell him to enter. Let me take this time, we can take a three numbers. Okay, let me take a three, but three which number? Three floating point number. Okay, so let me now take a input. So system dot out dot println. In this will be, I will writing first enter the first number. So user will be entering the first number. Let me write here now your, see how I will be writing. Okay, how I will be taking the input. Let me write double num1 equal to sc dot. Yes, anyone let me know how, what should I write here? Anyone? Sc dot next what should I write? Yeah, anyone? For taking a double input? Yeah,
Double.
yeah. Simple thing, basic thing. Whatever data type you are taking, just write its name. Next double sc dot next double, and same thing I will be doing for next two numbers. Same thing. Again, I am repeating the same thing. Okay. For to be a good programmer, you should be a good in the copy pasting thing. Okay. If you are learning one thing properly, after that whole thing is of your copy paste. Okay. Same thing. Enter first number, second number, third number. Here num2, here num3. So I have taken three number as an input. Now my task is to perform, that is your calculating the average. So now I need to calculate average. So I will be writing double average. So basically, what is average? Please anyone let me know what is average. What is it? What do you mean by average? Yeah, what do you mean by average? Anyone? What do you mean by average? Yes, Ashwini.
Sum sum divided by number of quantities.
Yes, very good. Harsh, very good. Okay, same thing. So here we will be writing. Here we will be writing num1 plus num2 plus num3. Why I am writing it in a parenthesis? Anyone can let me know what is the reason of writing in this way? What is the reason of writing this way? Yes, anyone? What is the reason? Have you heard about the Birdmas rule? Basically, if I don't do this thing, it will be doing, but here it will be going to work. But general thing, as a Birdmas rule, what it happens, first we deal with a bracket, so that is your curly, sorry, that is a parenthesis, then we do the divide operation. Okay, in this way we go, because we follow the standard, mathematics standard, addition, subtraction, multiplication, or what you can say the Birdmas rule. Okay, remember this thing. So let me write here average of, and your plus average. What is average? Okay, so we will get average. Okay, let me save it. I hope I have written whole code properly. Let me save it and run it. So now see, enter first number 5.5, enter second number 7.5, enter third number 3.5. It has given average as 5.5. You can see. Is it clear? Let me check. Let me check. Where is my calculator? Let me open a calculator. So first value was 5.5, second was 7.5, and third was 3.5. Enter 16.5 and divide by 3, 5.5. Yeah, We got a correct result. Means our code is working fine. Hope this code is clear to all. Have you understand the concept? Yes or no? Yes? Yeah, Shweta. Uh, Sorry, Shweta, you are not clearly audible. Can you means you are not audible clearly. Some voice is coming. What you are telling? Just let me know through the comment. Yes, Shweta. Is this question clear? What about Ashwini, Harsh, as well as Shweta? Please repeat in short. Okay, I will be going to repeat. Okay, so here again, please listen properly. So our code starts from here. So let me copy one line for you again. So this was the question. Take input for floating point numbers and calculate their average. So as a part, we will need to take an input. So the first part came is that you are creating an object of a scanner. We have created an object named as SC. We will be using this SC further for taking input. So the next task came is that prompting the user and telling him to enter three floating points number. So that's the reason we use double. We use double. We have enter proper line for it, enter first number. Then user is able to enter the first number. But to take a double, that is a floating point number as an input, you need to write the next double. Next double. What is next double? Just go on it. You can see all things is written. Scan the next token of the input as a double. This method will throw mismatch exception if there's something valid, not valid is inserted. Okay. Then same thing for first number we have done this. Then for second number as well. Then third number. And after that to calculate average, we have know how to calculate average. If there are three numbers, we divide it by 3. If there are 4 numbers, we divide by 4. So simple average is done here, and we have displayed the average result in front of you. So this was the simple code. If I run it, you can see if I enter some number here like 7.5 or 8.9, 7.4, you can see we get average in the floating point number as it is. Okay, now it's clear. Now it's clear. Yeah. So those So what happened is okay. So those students who have not gone to the previous session, please go to this playlist. Okay, all videos I have uploaded. My team has uploaded with the here. See, you can see the access link of code as well as notes. In this link, there all things are provided. Okay. So as I mentioned, so today's session we are basically focused on the theory, but today we see the input thing. So in the next session, we will be doing some coding part in it on it. Okay, and you will be also doing side by side with me some assignment. So today's lecture, is it clear all points? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So what about others? Have you understood all the things properly? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So please, in the description of YouTube videos, I am providing some questions. Okay, my team is providing some questions. Please practice that question to be a good Java developer. You need to practice that question. Okay. If any doubt in that question, please ask me in the meet itself. How many of you practice that question? Please let me know. How many of you practice? Anyone? So for basically only how many students basically at the mid start on around 10 to 11 students join, but only 4 students are doing sincerely. For you 4 students I am taking this session. If there will be no less number of students, I will be also try to provide the recording. Means I will be record the session. I will be not coming live. I will be providing in the YouTube at itself. Okay. Simply sharing all points in the 15, 15, 20, 20 minutes instead of a meet. But you 4 students are doing properly, that's why I'm coming in the meet. Okay, remember this one thing. There are almost 10 to 11 students for Java doing seriously, but you 4 are doing properly. Okay, remember one thing. I don't know the culture of our college why students are not focusing on Java. There are a lot many students, but they don't like the Java. I don't know the reason. Okay, it is a very good language to learn. So okay, in one word, you can let me know how was the today's session, and you can leave the meet. We will meet again on Tuesday. You can let me know through the comment how was the today's session in one word. Have you came to know all the concept properly? Okay. Okay, super. Thank you. The thing is, you should understand all things properly. Please make a proper notes, okay? And provide the summary in the group itself. So students, Ashwini, Shweta as well as again Shweta, you should provide the notes or summary in the group today itself, okay? After this meet ended. So bye bye. Good night to all.